Okay, now we're going to learn this section that gets repeated umpteen times through the song, and it's like. Okay? So, first of all, it's important to know that the left hand doesn't have to do much. It's down here on G pretty much the whole time. Octave Gs. Right there. And it's just dum, dum, dum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay? Now, me personally, I'm just going to show you one thing that I tend to do. Because this is a solo piano vocal arrangement that we're doing here. If you're trying to create the same kind of intensity that they've got on the record, when they go through that first, you've got the drummer going, you know, okay, and at different times they even have the harmonica player go, you know, I mean, it's got some pace to it in between there, so you can, it's perfectly all right to just go. But for me, it feels a little empty, so what I like to do is kind of fill some of that pace in with my left hand. I go bum, 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 bum. Just with my thumb, not even the whole, because I think that'd get a little bit overzealous, but in octaves you have bum, 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 then with just your thumb, ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum. And what that does, it adds a little bit of pace to it. See, it gives you a little bit of filler. See how that adds a little bit? So that's entirely up to you. Use it, don't use it. If your ear likes it, use it. If your ear doesn't like it, your ear is every bit as legitimate as mine. Your preferences are just as legitimate as mine. I'm just showing you what I like to do. Now, what is your right hand doing in this situation? Well, it's playing an F chord in the first inversion, A, C, and F. Twice, bum, bum, and then it goes to a C chord in the second inversion, which is G, C, E. And then from C back to F, then to a G chord, which is B, D, G. Slower, it's like this. Alright, so that's your first thing. Over those G's, it's like this. And we do that up an octave. Okay. Just do it up an octave without worrying about the little ornament up here. I'll show you that in a second. So it's really not that complicated. So, what is this little thing? Okay, so after you play through this, you jump up here and it is a C chord. Okay, you find, here's middle C, find a C above that, find a G above that, your left index finger goes here. And then you make a C triad right here with these fingers, C, E, G. And here is the rhythm. It's basically what you're doing is you're going back and forth between your right and left hand on a particular rhythm. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and... It might actually be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4, whatever it is, but... That's what it is slower. Ba da 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 da. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Or it's just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, 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 right. That's all the more complicated it is. It just sounds cool when you play it fast because it comes off like this. Okay, so, you know, at speed, what it sounds like is... I sometimes botch, and I do that, and I get all excited because it's so cool. And then I come down on the wrong stinking notes here. So, you know, just forgive me and forgive yourself if you have that problem, because it is. Once you play that and you play it at speed, you go, man, I rock. Man, what's the next part of the song? So... Don't worry, that's just one of those myth busters, you know. You're like, man, that's not so hard, but it sure sounds cool. But here it is again. I'm going to play the whole series from beginning to end, both hands. I'm going to do it slow so you can observe it in real time, or I can see you can observe it from beginning to end, but really see what I'm playing. One more time slow. Okay. Now, there are different little pickups from that section, depending on what section you're leading into. And we will kind of revisit that each time we start a new section, because that's your kind of basic thing that's going on throughout this whole song. Is every whip stitch, when we want to make a transition into another section, we just go. Sometimes I just do it once on the lower note. A lot of times I do it both times on the lower, and then they go up. Okay, so moving on, now that we've kind of learned that, we're going to go into the first part of the verse when they're going like. Okay, so that's coming up in just a second.